Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City. Daily FX market news.
April 11th, 11 o'clock America New York, long USD, but watch for risk tolerance, tastytrade clips. Ilya and Victor break down the market's sentiment toward risk, the US dollar's continued appeal, and how earnings season may indicate the market's risk tolerance, and USD's appeal, through the near.
New York Times Business. April 11th, 10:59 America New York. What is it costing companies to leave Russia? We're keeping track. Companies are announcing the financial hits from pulling business out of Russia.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 11th, 10:54 America New York. Wall Street might not be such a drag this earnings season. Banks trading and investment banking business could slow, but the first quarter's volatility may not have been all bad.
Daily FX market news.
April 11th, 10:30 America New York. Gold price forecast. Zhao snaps back after breakout falls flat. Gold prices tested a breakout this morning but couldn't hold the bid. But is something else brewing in gold after 4 consecutive weeks of support at a major spot on the chart?
Global economy.
April 11th, 9:38 America New York. The recession session. People are freaking out about economic downturns again.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 11th, 9:06 America New York. Apple's big bet on India gets bigger still. India is emerging as Apple's big Asian manufacturing bet outside China. But the country still has a lot of work to do if it wants to become an export contender. Daily FX market news.
April 11th, 9 o'clock America New York. Long USD, ZAR. Top trade opportunities. After a strong Q1 in 2022 for the ZAR, which has been the trend over the past few years, the Rand could be in for a turnaround. Before delving into potential Q2 influences, it is important to remember.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. April 11th, 8:47 America New York. GoTo jumps in trading debut after IPO raises $1.1 billion. Shares of Indonesia's ride-hailing, e-commerce and financial services company closed above their IPO price, catapulting the company into the ranks of the country's most valuable stocks.
New York Times Business.
April 11th, 8:11 America New York. S&P Global places Russia in selective default. Russia was unable to use dollars held in American banks to make a payment of about $650 million on its debt. It used rubles instead.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 11th, 8 o'clock America New York. Investors turn cautious on consumer debt. Demand softens for bonds backed by loans from riskier borrowers, along with shares of fintech consumer lending companies.
New York Times Business.
April 11th, 7:59 America New York. Elon Musk backs out. The world's wealthiest man decided not to join Twitter's board after all. Hello, and also goodbye.
Global economy. April 11th, 7:31 America New York. India just signed a trade deal, really. New Delhi makes an uncharacteristic decision, the UK moves to help Ukraine, and France heads towards business as usual.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. April 11th, 7:01 America New York. Shopify seeks to protect CEO's voting power, split stock. The e-commerce company is proposing a founder share, giving chief executive Toby Lutke 40% of the voting power.
Global economy. April 11th, 7 o'clock America New York. The avoidable war. Decoupling between China and the West is inevitable, but there are ways to avoid conflict as tensions rise.
Digital finance.
April 11th, 5:49 America New York. David Hardoon deploys AI at Abuatiz's Union Bank. Philippines conglomerate Aboitiz Group is rolling out data-based services for hyper-personalization. The post David Hardoon deploys AI at Abuatiz's Union Bank appeared first on Digital Finance.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 11th, 5:30 America New York. Startups join AI acquisition rush. A growing number of venture capital-backed firms are buying artificial intelligence startups, holding off public market debuts as they bulk up on products and services, startup founders and investors say.
BBC News. Business. April 11th, 5:03 America New York. Priority for fresh goods at Dover not realistic, minister says. Holiers have warned fresh produce is losing quality and value due to long queues at the port.
BBC News Business.
April 11th, 5:03 America New York. Priority for fresh goods at Dover not realistic, minister says. Holiers have warned fresh produce is losing quality and value due to long queues at the port.
BBC News. Business.
April 11, 2:33 America New York, UK economic growth slows in February. A sharp fall in car and computer production weighed on the UK's economic expansion.
BBC News Business.
April 11, 2:33 America New York, UK economic growth slows in February. A sharp fall in car and computer production weighed on the UK's economic expansion.
Marginal Revolution.
April 11, 1:12 America New York, what should we expect from the most accurate sources? The best estimates of a maximally accurate source would be very frequently updated and follow a random walk. And authoritative sources like WHO are often said to be our most accurate sources.
BBC News. Business.
April 11, 0:30 America New York, Elon Musk will now not join Twitter's board, CEO says. The Tesla boss was due to join the social media platform's board after buying a 9.2% stake in the firm.
BBC News Business.
April 11, 0:30 America New York, Elon Musk will now not join Twitter's board, CEO says. The Tesla boss was due to join the social media platform's board after buying a 9.2% stake in the firm.
Armstrong Economics.
April 11, 009 America New York. Why Zelensky is a neo-Nazi and a Jewish fraud. There have been some people who assumed that Zelensky is Jewish and therefore he cannot possibly be a neo-Nazi. Many in Israel are deeply disturbed by his claims to be Jewish when he married a non-Jew and his children are baptized in the Russian Orthodox Church he wants now banned.